Well, we're here. We made it to Fisherman's Wharf, but bad news. Bad news. We did not complete the challenge this year. Christopher Christopher Elizon from Flashpoint. We didn't even get to ask him a single question. I'm so sorry. Better luck next year. Sorry, but no, I'm just kidding. Come back. You know, it's all right. We're gonna get you on the ride back. We're gonna go round trip.
All right.
And you know, we can go as long as we need, basically, because
Perfect.
you're going to have the whole return trip to yourself. So,
Right,
but in the
sounds good.
but in the meantime, we did have those two wireless researchers who rode with us from Union Square to Fisherman's Wharf, and they did capture a lot of data. And I want to bring them on now and find out what they found. So let's do that. So excuse me for a minute,
All right.
Christopher, and let's bring on Rick and Rick. Rick and Rick.
Brad, how you doing?
Thank you very much. So just some quick introductions here. We have Rick Mellendick, and you are from PI Achievers.
Yep.
PI Achievers, and you are Rick Farina, and you are from Aruba, an HPE company, correct?
Yep.
And you both represent the Wireless Village Sandbox at RSA this year, doing research there in that particular arena. So thanks for joining us, and I appreciate the enthusiasm too. You guys went undercover for us, which was above and beyond. Tell us a little bit how you pulled this off. You basically were able to capture all of this wireless data while we were moving all around San Francisco.
Yep.
How'd you do it?
All right, so initially, we broke into two teams because we wanted to get as much data as possible. So I was doing the radio side, the RF piece, and Rick was doing the Bluetooth, Zigbee, Z-Wave, and Wi-Fi. So what we did was I had my pack with me, had it sitting on the floor. We kind of, dressed like we were working on things, and we're able to actually pull down municipal radio. We were able to pull down the trolley information. We were able to pull down a lot of the local information, and then also get the picture, the waveform of the data itself as it was coming across. Rick was pulling some other real interesting stuff as well.
Yeah, we each kind of built a custom rig to try to see as much as we could with the limits of being on a cable car while we're doing it. And when you mention, well, how much room are you going to need? Is this going to be a problem? Do I need to have somebody okay this? We decided to just go undercover and make it a little bit easier for you.
I appreciate it. It was great. No, I fooled some of our other guests. They literally just thought you were like, random construction guys hopping on the trolley, and they're like, oh, wait, they're with us. So, let's just jump right into it. What did you find? Tell me about some of the interesting things that turned up.
So to start off the radio stuff, we did a little bit of recon in advance. We found out the frequencies that were running in this area, and then we really honed in on those specifically. So as we were riding, had the earpiece in, was listening to the police call. There was people down. There was police being released and sent out, and then also the trolley the trolley information as it was going across. Hey, this train is coming. This one's going. Stop here. Stop there. So it's good information to get when you're doing an assessment or trying to do security to know where the people that are watching you are during the course of the time that you're doing it. And then the other information was a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, so I basically built a rig that could sniff as much as humanly possible, but I could still hide in this little clipboard of mine. So we were looking at Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, as well as a bunch of different sensors that transmit on 433 megahertz, and also some automatic meter readers. We were looking at like energy consumption, things like that, just because I could make it work, so I did make it work. So we were looking at things like the monitoring system for the cable cars, the open Wi-Fi for the cable cars, what was going across those kinds of things, as well as just, I think the weirdest thing I found was a wireless keyboard and mouse. While we were on the trolley, I found a wireless keyboard and mouse. Thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, we had the wireless, the cable car video system was up. Was also seeing, as Rick was going through these, I was actually looking at how much data was going across. We saw 2 phone calls while we were going through this, all completely passive. All we're doing is seeing the energy, but by seeing the energy, we're able to find where people are and what they're doing at the time.
Right, like you just said, this is all passive. This is all above the board.
Absolutely. We had no rules of engagement from San Francisco or any of the CEOs or CSOs that were on the train. What we were doing is looking at what's actually available in the airwaves, and there's a lot of really good information that we can pull during that.
Anything that raised any red flags at all in terms of, this is some insecure activity going on here, or there's maybe some attack could happen here or something like that.
Wireless mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, the wireless mouse and keyboard is always a favorite because although the newer ones actually encrypt the data that you send, they accept unencrypted data, so you can type for somebody and move the mouse around. So if they're not paying attention, you could literally type an entire virus and then just run it pretty quickly. But there's all kinds of things that we found. I mean, unencrypted Wi-Fi is a major nuisance, honestly. People use it all the time, but it's completely clear, right? What we said we were doing this all passively, but the truth is all of this is out there all of the time. The fact is we're happen to be looking at it, but if we're not looking at it, it's still out there. Somebody else could be looking at it too. And so finding all that open Wi-Fi and all the clients connected to it is always terrifying.
Yeah, one of the things we do at the Wireless Village is we give people the ability to go against this stuff. So we've got card readers. I mean, we actually do RFID reading. We do Zigbee. We do some wireless. We do Bluetooth. And we allow people to try this stuff to see how secure or insecure it is, so that they can start working to secure it. Being at the Sandbox this year, we have the ability to bring that to RSA, which is really fun for us this year.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's really fascinating stuff, and you really brought an extra special element to this particular ride. It was a lot of fun, and so thank you very much. Rick and Rick, really appreciate it. Great job, great job.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, well, that does it for our second annual edition of Trolley Talk, except not really, because we've got one more passenger on the way back that we're going to catch now.